Hey everyone, Jessica here with another layout busting some acrylic stash with some of my scrappy friends in the description. And I'm starting out with this photo of me and my son from when he was little and when he actually wanted to snuggle. So I'm using this today. I'm trying to finish up my 2019 album so I can do an album flip through for you guys. I still have a few layouts left to do in that album, but this one I pulled out 49 and Market background paper for, and then some Paper Rose Studio papers here, and I am matting my photo, but I end up ripping that off and doing a circle behind it. I actually wanted to do kind of like a circular design behind my photo, so I'm just measuring this piece out that I have left, and I can go about 6.5 inches with my circle, so it actually looked a little bit big whenever I tried to put this down here, so I ended up backing it down to 6-inch circle. So I'm just going to use my We Are Memory Keepers circle cutter, I guess it's called, and cut that circle out of my background paper. And then I'm going to put my photo on top of that and put this checkered piece behind it. When I actually went to flip this over though, I was like, oh man, it looks really pretty on the other side too. So I kicked around different papers with this circle on this side, but I ended up using this one to map my photo, and I really like that little world map design behind there. It just kind of peeks out and around my photo, and I'll distress the edges of my photo, and then I'll distress the edges of this inside of the circle too. And here's where I go to attach it. When I flip this over, I think, wow, this looks so pretty. I should have just used it this side of the paper, but I've already done a layout with this side, so that's why I wasn't planning on it. But it would have came together very, very quickly. I could have popped out a layout in like 5 minutes flat, I think, if I would have used this side. But I ended up sticking to my plan, and I used this side of the paper with all that white space, which I'm going to fill up. So I'm just going to add some adhesive on the back here and attach my square so that pattern paper shows through. I'm going to flip it back around for you, add my photo here. I'm going to use some acrylics by Peartree Cutfiles that I've had in my stash for a little while now, so I'm glad that I'm using some of those up. So I'm using that Peace and Quiet acrylic for my title, and then I'm using some little hearts that are black. They're also from Peartree, so I'll pull those out closer to the end of this layout. I'm using this little punch here that's, I believe, also by We Are Memory Keepers, that I'm going to just attach some photo corners here to 2 of my corners. And I'm just using some Nuvo glue for that. Just have to hold it a little bit to make it stick. And then that's where my title is going to go. I pretty much stick with the same layout the entire video, and that's what I stick with. So I'm just pulling out some various bits of ephemera by 49 and Market, and then I pull out some by Vicky Boutin, and just lots of various bits. So I'm going to use a bunch of things, and then I'm going to do a lot of stamping on this layout. So I'm actually also going to use some 49 and Market rub-ons too, which isn't something that I typically use on my layouts. I love them. I just don't think to pull them out and use rub-ons much. So I'm glad that I am getting to use some of my stash that I've had in here for a while, but I just never think to use. So here I'm just pulling out a bunch of stamps. I'm going to do a lot of stamping on this background. So I'm going to add a lot to it to take up some of this white space. And like I said, I'm going to use some of those rub-ons and just do lots of just different stamping. I'm using 3 different colors today. So I'm using Close to My Heart black ink. I'm using Distress ink in Rustic Wilderness, and then Distress Oxide in Bundled Sage. So I'm doing kind of a monochromatic layout today. It's mostly green and black. So yeah, I'm gonna pop some music in here so you don't have to listen to me ramble on the entire video. But if you guys have any questions for me, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer. And also make sure you check out my other friends that are creating along with me today. They will be in the description. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll pop in again at the end of the video with the finished layout. Here's the finished layout. I really do love how easily these layouts come together with these pre-made background papers by 49 & Market. It just makes them so quick. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, be sure to check out my other scrappy friends playing along with this fun challenge to use up some of our acrylic stash, and they'll be linked in the description below. So thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.